Hi, this is Michael Finicaro from the ACE conference once again, ACE 2025. I'm here with Lionel Gréalou. Nice to see you,
Nice
Lionel.
to meet you,
Can you explain to everybody what you do for Xlifecycle?
Well, we specialize in business transformation, so everything that relates to digital and helping our customers adopting technology solutions and all the business change that come with it. So how do you transform the organization? How do you look into adoption and making sure that those products are successfully implemented?
Kind of like a higher level than just the implementation, more about strategy.
It's usually managing or selecting and managing
change management
solutions and providers and working with the vendors and the integrators to make sure that the solution is implemented properly.
And technical writing. I mean, you publish in engineering.com. So is this your first ACE? Have you been here before to ACE?
No, it's the first time.
Oh, okay, so what are you expecting to get out of ACE?
I expect, these days, a lot of trends around AI and technologies, capabilities. So I expect a lot around understanding how Aras is positioning itself in terms of the space he wants to own and looking at technology opportunities such as AI. Is there an integration layer? Does Aras wants to look into this and lead the market? Or is it still in the infancy and are we still discussing basic search capabilities? What's the next level? What are we going towards agentic AI? And how does that integrate with the semantic layer that Aras wants to put with their solutions?
And speaking of that, so what industry trends are you seeing to be most critical? I mean, AI is an obvious one, but more specifically, what do you think is the big...
But I think there's a lot of move towards SaaS. I think still PLM is in the beginning of SaaS adoption.
They've been working on that for a while.
Yeah, exactly. I think we are still on the back of the CRM and the ERP solutions.
Unfortunately.
There is a lot to be done in there, and sometimes the solutions are not ready for it. So how can we cut through the marketing jargon and go to implementation, making sure that the right license models are in place so it's affordable, and there is a transition path. So it's not just a marketing discussion, but as well there is a clear use case that can be run through and adopted by the different.
And I think another one of your passions is the digital passport. Can you want to explain the digital passport?
Well, digital passport is a kind of an intersection of sustainability and circularity. It's all about the traceability throughout the supply chain and explaining to the end user, the consumers, where the products have been manufactured, what were the different emissions from the supply chain, or all the different scope.
So really the digital thread is part of the DNA of the
It's a combination
DPP.
of compliance and as well getting over the adoption of the product and understanding whether the customer are going to buy this because it meets certain standards that they are passionate about.
Ultimately, it's a great situation for Aras in the sense that it's digital thread, but with the semantics and the intelligence to understand the impact of material management and sustainability on the ultimate product and generating labels that are appropriate for materials, right? I think there's already products that are using the DPP, like batteries for cell phones. Right?
Well, it started with batteries for cars, and plastics, and it's extending into batteries for all different products, so smaller batteries, let's say. And I think the legislation is still on being formed, I think in Europe. This is where it started, I believe. So there's still some maturity steps to go through.
And what's the target date for almost every product to be using DPP?
Well, I guess it depends on the industry. There's probably different targets.
Are we looking like 2030, 2035?
In the next couple of years, 2 to 3 years, I think there's a lot of push, at least in Europe, to get this.
Before 2030.
But the legislation is still forming, so God knows what's going to be the requirements. But there are still solutions out there. Startups are investing into this. So as a product lifecycle management solution, Aras should be at the forefront to try to get this ready so that we can get the full.
I think you work a lot with Patrick Williamson already, who's one of the spokespeople for that. Right? Well, we're going to wrap it up. I thank you very much. I'm looking forward to some more webcasting together. It's not our first rodeo, as we say. And we'll see you soon on the next interview.